The beta application for the federal student aid loan forgiveness program went live over the weekend.
Unless lawmakers act soon, loan forgiveness will be taxed here in California. Our political reporter Morgan Reiner explains that lawmakers what they want to do to keep it tax-free.
Top Democratic lawmakers have already vowed to change the state's tax code in order to make that student debt relief tax exempt, like it already is under the federal law. But experts here tell me that timing is everything.
Jared Walczak is the VP of State Projects at the National Tax Foundation.
The federal government last year under the American Rescue Plan Act said that any sort of student debt relief in the next few years would not be taxable at the federal level. States usually follow the federal government.
He told me as of today, California is one of 7 states that will tax student loan forgiveness.
California is one of those. They conform to most of the provisions of the Federal Internal Revenue Code, but as it existed in the year 2015, they're just not keeping up.
So if you have $10,000, for example, forgiven,
obviously most taxpayers would gladly take $10,000 in loan forgiveness, but that doesn't mean $10,000 in your bank account right now. Nonetheless, you'd pay on it in taxes just as if it was.
Walczak said the average is around $500 you would owe in taxes. Senator Tony Atkins and Speaker Anthony Rendon both pledged to change the state's tax code when they return to Sacramento for the next session. One way or another, California will not tax the federal student debt relief, they said.
They'll be working in a tight window. If you want to address this in California in time for people to file their taxes, well, people are going to start filing in January.
People can start filing their taxes in January, and the legislative session starts up again in January.
There's a limited window in which you can catch this before people start filing based on bad information.
Nikita Airy with the Urban Institute said there's one exception in the California code that would make Californians exempt from paying taxes. But the way the Biden administration's application is set up now, that does not look like the case.
Since this is a broad-based loan forgiveness effort that's being done outside of income-based repayment, that's why it would appear that California would tax.
There is litigation out there right now claiming that the Biden administration does not have the authority to forgive student debt. If that side does prevail, if they win their lawsuits, then Walczak told me if you've already filed for those student debt relief payments, then they would reappear in your account.